Hello and welcome back to another episode of Classic Mini Restoration with me, Mini Tom. So, doing a bit on the back end today again. Going to get this panel in. I've already cut it out and made up the panel. So these panels don't fit great at all, these Magnum panels for the rear. You can get it to fit with a bit of fettling. It's like anything. You buy cheap, you've got more work to do. Ideally, I'd love to put a full one on, or a full sort of back half, but they're 200 quid and I ain't paying that much for that when it only needs really these parts, because that bit's all fine. So I've cut this out. It's not too bad, it fits alright. What I've had to do is, you'll see there that I've put a couple of slits on that side, and that's because the side where it fits here is, it just looks like it's straight. So we put a couple of reliefs in there, don't know if you can see that, put a few reliefs and just open up a little bit to put a bit of a bend in there. If I had a shrink stretcher, I could have not no problem about cutting anything, but as it is, it's about 2 inches extra of welding. I'm not really fussed for that, I'll just do welding. So we're going to get that done. I've also got the fuel tank bracket that I've picked off, hole punch as well. So we can get that put back into place, wherever I find out where it's going to go, we'll see. And then where my battery earth is, I've just got to weld a nut to the bottom of the boot. Once that's all done, the back end is welded. I've got a few little bits to do on here, like I said on the last video. I've got to put a few more holes in there and put a few more spots in, but some people did mention to put a larger hole through, like a 7 or 8 mil hole, so I'm going to try that and then try and get a bit of a good pull going on, see what happens with that one, see if it's any better, and I'll let you know. Once that's done, it's a case of get all the old bits of underseal and what have you that's left of it anyway, so cut most of it out, get all them off the bottom of the boot, get some underseal on there which I've already got, and then I can paint it silver, just a wheel silver. I'm not too fussed for it's underneath the car. Paint it a wheel silver, and then subframe's going back underneath it, and we can roll the car out, do the sill, and do what's rest, which is just the companion bin I need to repair and the crossmember. The welding is then, I want to say done. I think it's going to be done. Might be a few little bits here and there, but done. That'll be on my snagging list. As well, big shout out to all the fathers out there. This is what I got for Father's Day. Yes, Mini Tom. Shout out to the kids. Well, it was the fiance actually. Kids are only 2, so I don't think they'll have done that one. So yeah, join me in a second. I'm going to get that welded in and you can do it. Right, so welding went quite well. What I found with my welder, if you're using a 135TE with pub gas, the best setting that I can find is setting 1 and minimum, and then wire speed just on 6. That seems to be the sweet spot. Depending obviously on your gap and your gas and everything, it's all different. Your wire size, I'm using 0.6, but that went quite well. It's working for me, is that one. It's, you know, Alex, DGSE, I know you're starting out with your welding and stuff. It's just literally just playing about. There's no rule book for welding. Everything's different. You get crummy bits of metal, you get nice bits of metal, you get thicker steel, you get better quality steel. It's just, you know, it's a minefield. There's no rule book. It is just purely feel. And I'm not, like I said, I've said before, I'm not a welder. I get by, basically. But when we welded this one, I took a tip off of Trev's blog, and he said that round your corners where you can. So then if you get to a corner, it's a 90-degree corner, you end up with lots of blow through there. I've actually rounded the corners and it welds a lot nicer, and you can keep on going as well around the corner. It's a lot nicer to weld. I'm really happy with that. It's turned out better than the other side did. That turned out really nice. I think purely because I put them slits in here to just sort of recess it back, whereas on the other side I kind of manipulated it back into place so it didn't fit the best. But that's really nice. There's a little bit of a low spot just in here, which is just purely weld. When you weld it, it pulls it in like that, so you do naturally get a low spot when you weld, which is why I've taken the hammer to it, you know, I've taken most of it out, but it just wants a light skim of filler, literally just there. I mean, that's all. That'll get filled with going through the stages of obviously sanding. That wasn't a 60 grit disc, so once you start sanding that back with some decent sandpaper and blocking it, you'll get that back anyway, and you want a light skim of filler just there. But apart from that, the rest of it has turned out really nice, so I'm really happy with that. So I think they're about £12 for them panels. Yeah, not the best. This gap here where the bumper goes, that didn't line up at all. It was way off compared to, I mean, this is all Magnum. It was way off to where it needs to be. So what's why I'm is putting a bit more weld around this side here on the bottom, just to basically bring that corner out a little bit more from where it was, and to fill that hole, so then I've got something to drill into. So I'm not drilling into the edge of a panel, I'm drilling into something else. Might sound a bit confusing, but you know, if I'd have shown you it, you'd understood. Next job then is to get my bracket in place for my fuel tank. So like I said to you, I don't know exactly where it goes. I'm basically going to stick it in place, get my fuel tank in, get my band round it, and see where we end up. And I'll just put a quick tack on it if I can through the light hole there, get the fuel tank out of the way. It's drained anyway, it's been sat with lid off for God knows how long in here, so we'll get that in, and then it's just that last little bit on that nut just down there, and then we can maybe start cleaning things a bit more, finishing this balance off, and we'll see where we get to. Right, welding is done. So I've done that nut just, oh, I haven't painted it there. Done that nut just there already. I think it's in the wrong place, but you know, is what it is. It's welded in now, drilled the hole, tough. So the nut's in for my air cap, which it's probably seen better days, so I will replace it. Fuel tank strap is obviously in, but the bracket for it, that's all welded in as well. So I've plug welded it, and I've also sort of stitch welded it across as well a little bit. It's a lot of weight in that tank, so I wanted to make sure that was definitely not coming out. Cause last thing you want is your fuel tank to go swinging across there when you go around the corner really quickly, like you're in a Mini, because that's what they're made for. So that's gone on. I don't know if you can see there, but there's barely any weld line whatsoever. I did forget to take the sticker off, so that's why I stopped and I pointed to it, because I need to take that sticker off, so I will be doing that in a little bit when that's dry. Welded that back on. I didn't try and do the bigger holes from the top. I just thought there's like 5 bits where it's missed it, so I'll just literally go from underneath and suffer the pain. So I have got a couple of little burns, and it's like Dave Jag said, if you can get a rotisserie, it's so much easier. The amount of times I've come inside and I've burnt to hell, and it's not pleasant. It really ain't pleasant more than underneath a car. If you can get a rotisserie, if you're looking at starting a project, budget for a rotisserie, because it just makes your life so much easier. But do make sure that you brace it the same way that Sean's mentioned and the same way that Dave's mentioned in his videos, because I can see the amount of metal you have to cut out of these things, because it does start, you know, once you start cutting, you will keep on going. Brace it up, brace it as much as you can. It'll make all the difference. So that's about it. So next episode, what we'll be doing is melting all of the old underseal left underneath the floor. We will be grinding everything back with a wire wheel. There is a bit of rust starting to creep through just up there. It's only surface rust. It's literally because my washer bottle was stored on top of that and it's still full of water. So my bad on that one. So we'll get all the boot. I know it's all primed anyway, but bits where it's starting to go a bit surface rusty, we'll get that wire wheeled off, get it re-primed, and then yeah, we'll body shuts underneath it. Like I said, I've got some silver wheel paint, just silver wheel paint. It's done going underneath the car, it doesn't matter. But the back end, I'm so glad to say, is welded. It's been such a long time coming as that one. This is, honestly, the boot on this is just taking so much work. It would have been so much easier to get a boot floor in it that's already got the battery box in it, and get the rear half and just, you know, rent a spot welder and just shoot it down there. But again, we try to save some money. I don't have a spot welder. I wish I did, because it makes things a lot easier, and it's something that I probably want to get in future when I go do the full floors and what have you in a few years' time. Probably get a spot welder for that one, because plug welding, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's horrible. Can't stand it. But yeah, we are getting there. So again, shout outs to everyone really that's still shouting me out. It's fantastic. I know Sean C put a video up overnight. And amazing work that he's doing as well. It's fantastic to see. I wish I had the time and the money to do it like that. You know, he's doing a fantastic job. Yeah. So a big shout out to Sean C for mentioning me as well, and everyone that's supporting me. Just, you know, it's phenomenal. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will get another one for you soon. It's going to be time conscious now, because I literally got to Centre Parks next week. So next weekend we're packing. The week we're in Centre Parks, and then the week back it's my daughter's birthday, so we're going to a zoo or something like that. So that weekend's gone as well. But again, it's, you know, like Alex mentioned, did you see? Family comes first. It does. You know, this will get done when it gets done. I'd love it to get done, you know, well, a year ago. I'd love for it to have been done, but that's what we're working with. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.